Okay, so I'm going to make a tutorial about texture channel packing inside of GIMP. So I looked for a couple of videos and I was not able to find any of it, so I'm going to make a tutorial. Basically, what is channel packing? But before that, let's say you need to pack some textures into different channels, the RGB and A as well. In this video, I'm only going to cover the RGB channels, but you can also do the same with the A. So yeah, I'm going to set these to 1024 and 1024. And another thing you can do is basically just leave this with, let's say, transparency, but I'm going to just leave it at background color. And then I'm going to hit OK. You can adjust the resolution if you want, but this is fine because the textures that I have are 1024 by 1024. Hit OK. It will give you this. Okay, now inside of these channels, you can't store like in Photoshop, you just do a Control C and then a Control V. There was another video on YouTube from some years ago. It was showing that you need to anchor the layers, but it was not working. So first step you are going to do is create a image of the size that you need. Like I have 1024 by 1024 textures. So yeah, here it is. As you can see, I have these couple of textures here that you can see here. Hold on a second. Let me just find like, yeah, I downloaded these from 3dtexture.com. You can go there. It's a good website. These are available for free. Like, yeah, as you can see, we have the displacement, the normal map, the specular, and the color and the occlusion channel as well. So now another tip before you try to pack these channels into different channels, hold on a sec, sorry, the textures into different channels. If you actually want specific channels, like our normal map has 3 RGB. Hold on a second, let me just shrink this and hold on, please wait. Okay, so I'm gonna drag and drop this right here temporarily. Hold on, okay, it loaded this normal map here. Let's say that in your textures, as you can see, our normal map has the data stored in 2 channels, the R and the G. And let's say you need to use these individually, then I won't recommend you packing the full texture inside the texture channels, because then that could mess up with that. But anyways, I think this is enough. Let's start it. So I'm gonna just delete this. I'm gonna go back to layers. Hold on a second. And I'm just going to delete this one. Wait a second. Okay. Again, I apologize. My video kind of sucks. Okay, so first thing first that I'm going to do is you create the texture of the size that you need. We already have that here, which you can see here that yeah, I have these 1024 by 1024. And let's say I want to take the color, the normal map, and the specular and pack them in the RGB channels. So what I'm going to do is first thing, come here inside colors, click here, go down to, hold on a second, where did it go? Yeah, come here and click on decompose. What it's going to do is it will generate a new image here. You can, if you also want to pack the alpha channel, you can do it. But we are only going to choose RGB and make sure decompose to layers is checked. Hit OK. It does not matter if your image is blank. Now you can delete this image permanently if you want to, but I'm just going to leave that here. Here you can see we have the RGB. And in the layers, we will have, sorry, in the channels, we will have the gray channel and the alpha channel as well. But what we're going to do is come to layers. Now, first thing you're going to do is, as you can see, all the layers are visible. You can turn those off. And I'm just going to leave the R channel here. So I will go here and I will take this picture that I want to store in the R channel, which is our diffuse color. You can use any of the textures you have. It does not matter. Like, you don't have to have the exact texture you have. I'm going to drag and drop this here. Okay, it's loaded in GIMP. It's going to appear gray here, but don't worry because it's only the R channel and the R channel holds the black and white values. Okay, now as you can see, this is visible. So I'm gonna press this merge down button, but it does not matter. Like, let's say I want to store this in the green channel instead. I'm gonna hit merge down, and it's going to store this in the green channel. Just make sure all the other channels are hidden, okay? So I'm gonna do a Control Z, and I will store this in the R channel. Okay, once this is done, I can make this invisible and make the next layer, which is the green one, visible. And in my green channel, I want to store the normal map. Now remember, the channel in which the texture you want to store it, make sure only that is visible. It does not matter about the gray and the alpha channel. Leave those as they are. Okay, where are we? Yeah. Gonna take this, drag and drop. Hold on a second. Okay, the normal map loaded. Make sure you click it. I don't know if you have to actually click this or not, but yeah, even if you don't, it's kind of okay. You can experiment with it. I'm gonna hit merge down. I clicked it. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, merge this down. Yeah, you have to click on the texture layer to merge that one down. Okay, now it's stored in the R and the G. So if I turn both on, you can see, yeah, in the R channel we have this, and in the G channel we have this. Now in the B channel, I'm going to store another texture. This was the simplest way I found to do it, because all the other videos on YouTube are not working. I'm gonna hit merge down. I took the specular and stored it. Now in our RGB channels, we have a different texture. Now how can we save this texture? It's pretty simple. We're gonna go back to colors and come here to this one, and as you can see, the guy in the video was pressing recompose, but this version of GIMP I'm using, it shows me this error always, like the specified layer, it has this array issue. If any of you knows how to solve this, please comment at the bottom of the video, but it's pretty simple. Instead of recompose, go back into color and component and just hit compose. It will actually compose this image into a new one. Now here you see it's going to show you that we have the RGB channels. In the R we have this texture, in the G we have that one, and in the B we have that one. And as you can see, the mask value is empty. But let's say you want to also add an alpha texture or the alpha channel. You can convert this into an RGBA and you will see your texture will also have an alpha, but it will be empty. But when making this image, like when you go inside the colors option and come to component, and when you compose it, it gives you an option for RGB. The one we choose, you can choose RGBA2 there. But for now, we will only choose this, and you can add the alpha channel yourself and experiment with it. If you want to store an alpha texture as well, you can do that merge down there. Don't do that in the other one. Anyways, I'm just going to hit compose. The video has gotten a bit too long. I'm just going to hit OK. It's going to compose, and here now, as you can see, we have this image here. I'm going to delete the previous two. Yes, discard changes, and discard changes. Now this texture that we have, I would recommend saving it in a TGA or PNG or whatever you want. If we come here to the channels, I'm going to turn these channels off. You can see in the R channel, where is this? Yeah, in the R channel we have this. Of course, in GIMP it's going to appear like this, because GIMP is same as Unity. It does not show you the individual texture, but believe me, like the R channel has this entire texture pack. You can import this inside Unreal Engine or any of your game engines and try this out. The R channel has this full texture packed in. As for the G, inside the G channel, we have our normal map packed in. You can store a separate channel too, but I won't recommend like storing a normal map in a channel like this, because like anyways, you can just experiment with it yourself. And in the B channel, you can see that we have our specular right here. Now you can import this inside Unity or any other game engine, and I will make another new video showing you that these actually work inside of the game engine. So this is how you pretty much store it. And inside the layers, sorry, my bad. Yeah, sorry, these are the channels. If you added an alpha channel too, you can, just to store another one like separately. So I will make a new video for that, okay? This was my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it.